The internet has made our lives easier, but it also poses several threats that can hamper a child's future.
The internet is an amazing place. It's a wealth of information, but unfettered access can also be very dangerous. You've got social media apps that are designed to get children addicted, and within places like social media, you obviously have issues that you would have on the playground, such as bullying each other, access to violence, or even relationships with other people, but some of that stuff is exacerbated in social media. Some other areas of concern are just different content providers. Some of those places have a ton of wonderful information for children to explore and to learn about the world around them, but there's also maybe content there that isn't necessarily appropriate for the age and that you want to try to monitor that. There's also other concerns as far as predatory behavior out on the internet, and it's not just about preventing your children from accessing certain information, but preventing certain people from gaining access to your children.
Digital age provides a lot of opportunities, and kids these days, they know what they want. They want a tablet or whatever very early on, and initially it's all easy. You give them the tablet and then they watch a show that you put on, but as they get older and learn, they know how to switch on the tablet themselves, and they know to go to different apps. And so it goes from a very supervised way of like using a tablet to basically a free-for-all. So it's very important for parents to have some form of a tool to tell the kids when it's enough without completely controlling them.
Parental control encompasses several factors. It's not just certain amount of time on the phone. It's what you do on the phone. What apps are you exposed to? What kind of filters do you have? Kids are vulnerable and you have to protect them. You're giving them a device and they're connected to everyone in the world, and you don't know everyone in the world. So it's a way of qualifying and balancing what they're looking at and also what they're interacting with.
The digital landscape is a moving target, from new apps to new friends to the internet. It's difficult to imagine ever truly knowing how your child is using their screen time. Until now, enter the Parental Control app for all your devices that enables parents to protect their children in the digital world we live in.
What inspired me for OurPact is that I have two daughters and I constantly watch them be glued to their phone, not spend any family time. So I said there's got to be a way to introduce technology to solve this problem. What really caught my attention more than anything else is that it was not a healthy digital balance. And most technologies basically cut off the Wi-Fi, but a lot of people run on cellular. So our idea was to remove the apps at a certain time. We're the pioneer company for screen time management.
OurPact, one of our aims isn't to prescribe to parents how they should be raising their children, but to provide them with the tools and features that are easily customizable, so that way they can determine what's best for their children and how they want to raise them. So some of those features include being able to manually block the device, as a quick timeout, for example, from the device. But then beyond that, we go into setting schedules. So that will allow you to set specific schedules throughout the day and the week for your children, whether it's study time or a weekly family dinner or game night. So that way everyone's devices are shut down during that time and you can really focus on spending quality time with one another. We go into the allowance feature, which allows parents to set maximum limits as far as daily usage on your child's device. And that allows your child to then determine how and when they want to use that time throughout the day, and it teaches them responsibility as far as managing their time. And then beyond that, we've got other features such as blocking explicit content on the device and different content filters. You can specify specific websites that you want your child to either have access to or not have access to. And then we go into our family locator feature, which allows you to track the location of your children and the devices. You can set geofences, so that way you know when they've arrived to school safely or when they've left. And then we have our view feature, which is an incredible feature. It allows you to see the content periodically on your child's device. All that content is fully encrypted. There's a private key that only you as a parent are able to see that content. It'll take screenshots of your child's device and process it and kind of trigger for keywords or important topics that might be of concern or something that you want to be aware of that will allow you to have conversations with your children.
OurPact definitely grows with the kids. It's a technology that you can trust to help you interact with your kids without controlling them too much. It's a part of the tools that parents have to achieve parental control goals. So it's definitely a tool that is very useful and that helps me as a parent to have a better relationship with my kid.
Very excited because we're actually doing something that's making a difference in people's lives. The future of OurPact has been paved by our users. We also have our own roadmap, but it's perfect when you merge that with the customer feedback that you get.
In light of all the research citing potential dangers of the use of social media and online activity, we're hopeful that parents will partner with OurPact to help raise digitally responsible future generations.
Protect your children in the digital world we live in. Download OurPact today.